You go to the skills tab.
Hold on.
It's on the right hand side.
I know, but it's so tiny. Okay.
You grab the skills tab, go over to perception, and all the way to the right, it's gonna show like a little box that shows your bonuses.
Okay.
For perception, you have a +0.
Yep.
Just grab that 0 and drag it over to the chat tray. I'm just fading you the furthest one away. So everybody but Wolfric. Well, over here, the Dragonborn talking to the bartender, telling him that the lantern above the Northern Light Inn was just stolen. He says that he believes it's the work of the same people that have been stealing from the town for the last several nights, but with no luck in able to figure out who it is or even how to find them. And then he asked for some warm food and to go. The barkeep, I got a dog who's jumping on me, gives him some food from the kitchen, and the Dragonborn promptly walks. After that, he goes. Sorry, hold on. Give me 2 seconds. The dog is being a pain. I'm gonna go put her in her kennel. Hey, no, you want to be wild? You can come on.
Oh, shoot. What happened?
Oh, sorry. She just wanted to go from laying down to I want to try to bite at your feet. So, kind of what it was. Luckily for Wolfric, even though he didn't overhear the conversation, the bartender then does direct him to the Goliath in the back of the room, who said he is looking for work.
So does anybody else just see a red question mark?
Where at?
Yes.
Okay.
For the token?
Yeah.
That's all I see.
It's a red square with an X through it and a red question mark. And so is the bartender, but that's fine.
Oh, I don't know why. He's going to go up to the Goliath. So I've been told that you're looking for some work.
I am.
The town can't pay very much, but we've had some recent thefts. If you were able to reacquire the items and stop them, I'm sure we could find something to pay you with.
All right. So what was it? What do I need to do? Something's missing.
Yes, yes. We've had two goats yesterday stolen. The night before, we had um, some pearls stolen, and just tonight, the magical lantern that hangs above the inn was stolen about an hour ago.
Payment
And
is not necessary.
you're just looking for someone to find the items or find the thieves.
Both, preferably.
Payment
You
is
know,
not necessary, but I will help.
oh, thank you. The more the merrier. It's the weather here is not kind to people, and the tracks that we did find the other night did leave out of town, but we could not track them beyond that.
Which direction?
And who are you?
My name
No,
is.
not you. Not you. The guy with the funny mask.
He will like stand up straight and like bow stiffly at the waist. As he stands up, he will say, "Toshiro Yuta."
Toshiro. Why do you wear a mask? Were you burned?
All of my kind wears a mask.
I see.
Why are you so large?
I like to eat.
The Trovos, because he said his name and like you're like interrupted. He's just gonna kind of look both back at you. I would suggest starting at the Northern Light and seeing if the sisters who own it can give you any clues as to what they might have found from discovering the item being stolen. And then, as after your weird exchange, he's just gonna kind of slowly um, tell you that you can find him in the northwestern part of town. His house is right next to Car Dinival, which is the ruined car. Oh no, sorry. Right next to the ruined car. That's two Car Dinival. And start making his way out the door, unless you stop him.
With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
My name is Wolfric. Wolfric Stormreaver.
Wolfric? Shall we help those less fortunate?
I've got nothing else to do.
Hmm.
And if I stay here, I'm just gonna drink all my money away.
Hello?
I will just like randomly walk away from you, make my way over to the bar, grab the beer that was given to me initially, and bring it back to you, and then hand you the beer that he gave me.
And I down it. And I am a 7. Hold on, let me go to my. I wrote this down. 7'9", 7'8", 290 pounds.
I'll talk to you later tonight.
So I'm like 5'9", like $160. But you do see the hilt of a sword sticking out over his shoulder. It's kind of an ornamental hilt.
That's a pretty blade you have carry. Can you use it?
Yes.
Good. Is this something that the two of us can do alone, or will we need help?
I do not know.
and the speaker suggests the bigger the party, the better. Looking around, you only see two other people that would be able to withstand the elements, you could guess, outside of town. You see the rest are local. They're not dressed for anything but bundled up in warm furs.
You, ugly dwarf. We
He
have
just
been
looks up in this hunched position.
we have been hired to assist the town with stolen items. You have a very nice coat. Perhaps you can assist us?
He just looks you up and down, looks over at the Goliath. You overheard most of it. He's just putting it all together, and then he gives an affirmative grunt and says that he will help you out with this quest. And then he'll stand up and make his way over.
You, blue female. I'm standing like looking right at you. Well, the mask. Can't hear you.
I don't know why.
Yeah,
Can you
there,
hear me
now I can hear.
Okay. That was weird. Yes?
We have been hired to assist the town with their stolen items. You look capable. Would you care to join us?
Care to join you for what?
Helping them find their lost items.
I'm gonna look really nervous. Perhaps.
Excellent. It is done then. And then I'll just
What's
walk,
your name?
just walk out.
What did you say, Dad?
I said, what's your name? To the blue lady.
We are 17.
We?
We.
We.
There's more than one of you?
No.
Do you have a mouse in your pocket?
No.
Very strange. Let's go.
We have heard that before.
As you guys head out of the tavern, which direction are you going?
Wow. It
I
disappeared.
deleted it because you're leaving. There.
They
We
said
need to go left to the northern light. Is that like a well in the middle of the street? Or is that like a cart? It's a very small map.
You can zoom in.
we are at the hook, line, and sinker,
You're at the hook, line, and sinker.
and they said
yeah.
to head towards the northern light. After everybody,
Looks like
good.
Okay.
looks like it might be a market area, kind of.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're just appearing on the map. Look at that.
Going on the map. So yes, you guys are there, looking around as you step outside. Looking around as you step outside, you can see what appears to be the Northern Light Inn directly across from the town center. It does have a big sign that says the Northern Light. Above it, you can see that there is a hook that's above the door. That looks that it usually something hangs from there, but it is currently empty.
So Discord, all my chat went away on Discord. I can't see anybody.
We can hear you, but we can't see you.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
I broke it.
You joined. You just can't see anybody, or you can't see like anything on Discord.
I see you in a box on the far right, not like in the main box.
You probably have to rejoin with video.
Yeah, click the video button.
Oh, there it is.
Hey.
Hey, there I am. I don't know where I went away with.
Such dishonor it is to steal.
Wait, who stole?
He's looking at the empty hook.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It is quite
obvious.
dishonorable.
As you enter the inn appears to be mostly empty. A young woman looks up at you as you enter, and says, "Hello, how may I help you today?"
I understand someone has stolen from you?
Yes. Well, the town in general, we've been cursed with somebody stealing from just about everybody, it seems like. Just a little bit ago, the lantern that hangs above our door, it is what we're known for, the Northern Light, was stolen from us.
Did you see or hear anything?
We did not. One of the townsfolk stopped by and informed us it was missing.
They said something about tracks leading away from town.
Yes, we have. There were some footprints that were found the other night. They weren't from tonight. We found some footprints leading north out of town.
I may need them. Why? My headset died. Okay.
But nobody can seem to catch them in the act.
Say it again.
That the footprints were from the other night. They did not find the footprints from tonight. Yet, anyways.
I would like to go out of the inn and make a circuit looking for any sort of sign that someone might have, I don't know, nefariously stolen the light?
Yes, go out and roll a survival.
Ooh, this will be really good. A survival. Ooh. Well, that's a 21, it looks like.
As you kind of circle around the inn, you do just barely find the hint of some tracks. They've already started. The snow coming in has already started to cover them up, so it's not even like the full track. You can kind of see like the imprint of where the track was. It's a little dense, but it's starting to fade away.
Which direction do they head?
They head
Can't hear you, Peyton.
I'm reading. Give me a
Oh,
sec.
oh okay. I saw your mouth moving. I wasn't sure if
I was reading it myself.
Okay.
I made a bunch of notes and then I left those at the trailer, so I had to go back and
Oh no.
remake some notes, but they're not as finely tuned as my other notes. So give me a sec to find.
As you're looking that up, I'll head back into the inside and let
So
the
just the three of us at the moment, right? Tashira,
Four.
you're myself, Tashira, you're in 17.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I will let the rest of you guys know. I have located some tracks. They appear to head and go ahead.
In the obvious direction that Peyton will tell us in a moment.
Yeah. Yeah. If we are to follow them, we should probably hurry, though. The tracks are filling in fairly fast.
To the north.
They head to the north.
Yes.
They are barely noticeable now.
Well, then we should hurry.
Before we leave, they said something like others had things taken, like a goat.
Yes. 2 goats were stolen, along with some pearls.
Who had those items taken from them?
The goats were stolen from the tavern, which you already visited, and the pearls were stolen from Frozen Far Expedition.
As I see it, we have 2 options. We can follow the trail and hope it leads us to the culprit, or we can continue with investigation and talk to the other victims.
I say we follow the trail. It's what we have. It's what we know.
Is there one among us who is excellent at tracking?
Urin will step forward and start leading his way out. And then stops and waits for people to follow.
As you guys are outside, is Braylon ready to enter?
No, I'm still making my character. Sorry.
Okay, you're fine. So you guys exit then, and I'm standing outside.
I will show the very ugly dwarf Urin the trail that I found.
Alright, he'll examine the markings and then see if he can lead toward the direction that they were heading, looking for more.
All right, you guys follow the footsteps north. As you get a little bit out of town, you notice that these footprints end, but some new type of footprints begin.
New type of footprints?
Yes.
So like the shape changed?
Yes. You notice that there appears to be maybe a sled along with a larger set of footprints.
Can I look over the larger footprints and see if I may be able to discern what they may be from?
Yes, roll a survival. You can discern that they are most likely a set of ogre footprints. With a sled behind them.
Would those footprints be bigger than my footprint?
Yes.
What do you see?
And it's deep guttural voice, he says, "Ogre," and then nothing else.
I will look over at Wolfric, kind of like sizing him up and down. Are you an ogre?
No, I'm a Goliath.
These
Ogres are much bigger.
I was just going to say these tracks look bigger than you. Good thing
Yeah.
there are so many of us.
I don't think that person was the ogre was the thief though. They would have seen an ogre in town.
Clearly there is more than one. We are dealing with a group.
So it seems.
At the footprints before that we were following up to this point, were they like boot footprints, humanoids, etc., or did they have any distinct features of themselves?
Those footprints weren't as fresh as these ones. Also being smaller, they filled in with snow sooner. So you couldn't make out what those footprints were. It was simply like you could tell that there once were footprints here.
Yeah, you can see the impressions.
Yeah. But they looked, based on the size of the impression, Chishiro would realize that they're not anything larger than a medium-sized creature.
We should be cautious. We don't know who may be watching if it's a group.
What is an ogre?
Which one of us would know?
Shank! Draw the sword. Off comes the shield.
Anybody who's spent time in pretty much any part of the material plane of Faerun would know that generally what an ogre is.
Oh, well, that changes things. I'm so confused.
I mean, I imagine other places do know what an ogre is. I would leave that up to you and knowing whether your character would at least have heard the description, maybe not seen them or not.
Do ogres like snow?
Okay, that solves that.
Perhaps we should get moving. It's not likely to let up snowing.
And with
I don't
that, Aaron will push forward.
I don't want to be away from town long. We don't want to be away from town long. Excuse me.
As you get further,
No, we don't.
The weather has worsened. It's not, and the wind has picked up. It's not unbearable, but as you get further along, it has made it so that the tracks are not visible. They have been washed away between the wind and the snow.
About how far
As you
outside of
get-
town are we?
You are about a mile outside town.
Is there any?
Are there any? Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, is there any chance that this area was the direction that I wandered into town from?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. You're
Yes, but you wouldn't. You know the direction you came from, but you've gone far enough out that it all looks the same.
gotcha. Okay.
Are there any landmarks or anything around? Large rock formations?
No, traveling north out of town. There is no civilizations this way, so it's all pretty a tundra, and everything looks pretty similar.
So no
You're
mountains,
farther.
no hills, no
It's a
caves.
hilly. It's a This is you're heading towards a hilly area, so you have snow-covered hills, but they are difficult to discern between the directions. You can look up and know your north, east, south, west, but the exact location um, is going to be hard to discern. You can roll a survival to discern your exact location, but it'll be a disadvantage due to everything looking the same.
Wow.
Yeah,
Still
even
fine.
even at disadvantage, knowing where you're at, you have no problem knowing the exact place within the foothills you are at.
And would I by chance know of any ogre activity around here?
No, there's no known ogre activity in the area.
We shouldn't stay out much longer. Either we need to find shelter, or we need to head back.
We agree.
Now you speak for everyone? You frozen over there?
We should go back. We should go back to the inn. We've lost the track. Maybe we should ask some more questions now.
We could share the information.
Yes, we can.
Is it just me, or does the thief seem to like shiny objects and noisy objects so far? Perhaps we set a trap to bait the thief.
Why would a thief want goats, though?
Food.
If
I guess the ogre does need to eat.
And Yaron's just peering off into the landscape, just keeping an eye out as like everyone's having a conversation, just listening in enough. Just to see if he can see anything happening.
Roll another perception check as you're looking around.
Oh, that 20 was right there.
You don't seem to see anything in particular. Hold on. That table I want. You do see it looks to be the weather does seem to be worsening.
so far they have only struck the north side of the town. Perhaps it would be best to set some sort of bait on the north side. Then we could catch whoever it is in the act.
Perhaps we could just find a place to watch from the north side of town. See if they return.
Well, we've only spoken to the sisters at the Northern Light. We've not spoken to those at the Frozen Far expeditions.
I'll take one last look around and as I'm doing so, just like, then we should perhaps head back, get out of this weather before it worsens much further. I want to
The
see.
weather does not bother me, but I can see that it is bothering some of you.
I want to see if I can try to. I doubt it. Like, know how to get back to this spot.
Okay, roll a.
I mean, with my 24, I knew exactly where we are now.
Oh, okay.
So
That is true.
Alright,
He knows
alright.
exactly where you guys are.
All right. Well,
And with a 24, I will say that he will be able to remember how to get back to this same exact spot.
all right. Then I guess, yeah. Just take one last look around, and then turn around and start heading back towards town.
All right.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
As you guys approach, the night just seems to get colder. I wouldn't say darker, it's already dark. And you've all noticed that in your time spent here, the days are never bright. Where in town are you heading to?
The Northern Light is an inn,
Yes, the Northern Light is the inn.
and that's where I would head.
Yes. We can ask the sisters if they know anything of ogres.
Well, I for one will need a room, but perhaps we should check the Frozen Far expeditions. They lost some valuables.
Yes.
Perhaps we can find out whether or not the thief was able to get past any sort of locks, as these valuables, are they just lying about?
So you make your way over to the Frozen Far expedition.
After getting a room at the Northern Light,
Okay. As you walk in, back so soon. Any luck?
a trail was found. A trail which led to a ogre with a sled.
An ogre? What would an ogre be doing here?
It got too bad in the weather to discover anything else. Fear not, we will continue to investigate.
Thank you. Rooms for your assisting us are on the house for the night.
I will need one.
One room for all of you?
No, one room for me.
Oh, okay. She'll reach down and hand you out a key.
He'll put the key away and then kind of like bow, turn, go to the far, the expeditions, as he's waiting for everyone else to get their keys.
Aaron's right behind him with his hand out, expecting the same.
I'm not used to such civilization. I can use just a small corner. Well, not so small corner.
As you guys
Or a stable.
uh,
I prefer the cold.
as you're all getting your keys, before you walk out of the building, she tells you, "I bet it's them damn dwarfs." And as she says that, the townspeople walk in. Not again about the dwarfs. It is not a group of dwarfs.
What dwarfs are you talking about?
Oh,
We have dwarf.
Is
A group
that
of-
what he is?
dwarfs have made themselves a home. outside of town. Rumor has it. We haven't had any luck in finding them, but a few adventurers have crossed through saying that they spotted some dwarfs outside town. I'm willing to bet it's them.
And why is that?
Why? Because they're dwarves?
Well, we haven't had any problems before they showed up.
Are dwarves known to associate with ogres?
Are you asking that out loud or are you
Yes.
asking that as do I look like somebody who spends their time anywhere but here?
Then perhaps here is where you should stay, along with your opinions.
That's what everybody else says. And she'll just get back out to handing keys.
Have the dwarves done anything illegal?
Oh. Well, we haven't spotted them in town. So I don't know if they've done anything illegal.
Have you tried talking to them?
We have not been able to find them. As I said, the rumor has it from adventurers that have crossed through town. Said that they were spotted outside of town to the north.
Yearn? Do you know of anything to do with these dwarves?
He thinks really, really hard, and then
Careful. Try not to hurt yourself.
So do you have a place for me to stay?
Yes. She'll continue handing out keys to everybody.
But I don't want to
on
sleep.
your key. It'll tell you which room number you're in.
Do you have somewhere more outdoors? A stable? A barn of some sort?
The Frozen Far expedition has a shed in which he keeps some sled dogs in. That's about the best recommendation I could have.
Sled dogs are useful. I'll go there. I'll meet you guys back here in the morning.
We are headed there now.
Well then, let's go.
As we leave the Northern Light, I will look down at Yearn. Do people normally associate your race with nefarious acts?
he just shrugs.
So we head on over to the
Frozen Far expedition.
exhibitions.
As you enter the door, you can see a human, which looks to be a aged ranger. He's definitely older, but you can kind of see he still dresses in rangery garb. He's got some leather clothing with a hood. He does keep a long sword at his side. He was once an adventurer before he took an arrow to a knee. No joke. No, nobody gets it. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, we got it.
We're just numb to it.
We're numb for so many reasons right now.
But you do see a older gentleman. Hello. What brings you in today?
I understand that you had some valuables taken from you. Some
Yes.
pearls.
Yes, I had five. No, what was it? 5 pearls stolen from me last night.
Were your goods under lock and key?
Yes, we close up the shop and lock it every night.
Can you show me where they were taken from?
He'll walk you over to a display case of different gems and pearls and stuff like that. And he'll gesture to an empty spot where the pearls once were.
Are there other gems in that? I mean, other valuable gems?
You can see that there are some other stones and gems, but by looking at them, they're rough cut, not worth anything, or at least not worth much to anybody who knows the value of gems up here in Icewind Dale. They might be worth a little bit more to the poor folk who don't usually see stuff like that, but to somebody who might know the average value of them, you can tell that they're not worth anything more than a rock.
What about the lock on the display cabinet? Can I tell how difficult it would be to pick this particular thing?
You can see that there's no lock on the back side. You got like glass in the front, glass in the back. It's open, or in the front and top, but it's open on the back. They lock the doors in the evening.
Ooh, so they don't even lock the cabinet. It's just the front door to the building.
Yes.
Then I want
So
to
is
go
that-
check that lock while everybody else is talking.
17 is going to try to walk around to the back of the counter to get a better look.
As you kind of like walk around, this area is for employees only.
We just wanted to investigate.
He'll kind of let you through, but keep a close eye on you.
I want to lean down and smell where the pearls were sitting.
Okay, roll a perception check for smell. What are you smelling for?
I don't think she even knows. She's just trying to be useful.
Alright, and she got a lot of different smells, but nothing particular. You can smell the cold, dirt, the smell of the dwarf that probably needs a shower.
So she's going to stand up and just kind of go like this and walk back around the counter.
Walking over to the lock, are you performing a inspection of the lock?
Yes, if at all possible.
Yes.
I don't know what you want me to roll for that.
Roll a... How are you inspecting the lock? Are you just looking at it? Are you fiddling with it?
I'll look at it, fiddle with it, see if it's like loose, see how, just try to see if I can determine how pickable the lock might be.
Okay, roll a dexterity check.
Just a dexterity check.
Yes.
Okay.
If you're proficient in thieves' tools, you can add your proficiency bonus.
Oh, awesome. It didn't do anything, did it?
I don't see anything.
All right. So how do I do it? Just a dexterity check. Grab the dexterity and then.
Oh, so
Yeah. Awesome. Good roll. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at, so it's fine. I don't know the first thing about locks. There's no locks where I come from.
So your inspection of the lock is unfruitful. Is Wolfric examining anything?
There's anything here that Wolfric is interested in.
Okay.
He wants to get back out into the snow. Indoors is not his element.
All right.
Other than he's just kind of wandering around, looking at stuff, just kind of looking at trinkets, idle curiosity.
All right.
Had to find my shield. Sorry.
You're good. After examining, or failing to examine the storefront, what would the party like to head to?
Do you feel like whoever broke into your store specifically sought out those gems?
I don't know. There were no signs of a break-in. We went to check the cabinet in the evening before lockup, and they were gone.
Have you recently terminated any employees?
No. It's just me here and Jarthra, who is out at the moment, but she is my fellow companion here.
Very well. They said something about footprints.
Yes, we did find some footprints leading north out of town, but we didn't get far with them. The weather had already set in and washed them away before they had gotten more than 50 feet out of town.
Do you know anything?
What size were these footprints? Small human, normal size human like these folks, or larger like myself, or larger than that?
They were normal size footprints. Pointing at, he'll point at the dwarf, elf, and blue lady, and say roughly like their feet, I suppose.
What do you know of these dwarves that have supposedly been spotted?
We've had a few people come in and through town saying that they spotted some dwarves, but other than saying that they've seen them on their way through, haven't really given us much information, and we've had no luck finding them ourselves.
So you say the pearls were gone before you closed the shop?
Yes, we do run a little bit later hours to accommodate the people entering and leaving the tundra and helping them resupply.
Did you step away from the counter briefly?
Nope. Somebody is in the shop at all times while it's open.
Was there anything special about the pearls?
Not that I know of, but they were just nice looking to me, and I was able to get a good deal on him. Figured I could make a few bucks off of him.
Are any of you capable of detecting the presence of magic? I will turn and look towards the party members.
I have no luck with magic.
Look towards Yearn.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow I could.
You can detect magic at a as a ritual. Oh no, unless you don't have it as.
I gotta have it prepared.
Yeah.
Perhaps that is the reason for your missing pearls. As you were present in the store when they went missing.
Things strange happen
No, it
at
was
any point?
just a normal day.
Did you have any unusual customers?
Oh, yeah. I actually can't remember more than maybe one or two customers for the day. Slow business the last few days have been.
Odd.
Seems most likely that either it was an inside job or magic was used.
But were they all inside jobs?
I'm not sure why someone would want to steal a lantern from a inn. I don't suppose that this lantern has a large monetary value. But from what I do understand, greed is one of the biggest motivators of theft.
How did you say you acquired the pearls?
Oh, I've had them a few weeks. I bought them from a traveling trader who circles the 10 towns and uh, allows us to.
He is completely telling the truth.
Well, hold on here. Let's see.
Rolled a natural 1. Good
Was
job.
it someone you do business?
Yes. We do business with them whenever they come in town.
I feel that our investigation here can garner no further information. My large friend, however, would like to lodge with your sled dogs?
Yes. Is there a way that I could stay here? I prefer to stay in shelter that is more outdoors. Indoor provisions
Roll a
make
persuasion.
me claustrophobic. Persuasion.
As the proprietor of this particular establishment is pondering the question, I will reach in, pull out a gold piece, and kind of like with 2 fingers hold it out towards him.
Roll again. Roll with advantage. If he's handing a gold piece over to help.
There we go.
He'll kind of look you down, kind of pause for a minute as Toshiro holds out a gold coin. I don't see why you couldn't, and he'll take the coin.
Thank you. And thank you, my friend.
You seem an honorable fellow.
As do you.
Is it customary to sleep in stables?
Toshiro just shrugs.
In Wormdoom Crag, where I'm from, we live in tents and ice shelters. Wooden walls make me feel locked up.
This will be my first ever stay at an inn. I'm quite looking forward to it.
As you guys make your way back to the inn, and Wolfric finds some dogs that are very friendly to cuddle up with for the evening. The night goes by. Everybody is able to benefit from long rests. No, it's unneeded. You wake up in the morning. Yes, Sissy? Give me a few minutes, okay? You benefit from a long rest. You wake up from an uneventful night, feeling fresh. It is still dark out, but the snow has stopped. The wind has died down. It is a cold morning, but other than that, it's not a bad morning.
I will go rap on 17's door and Yearn's door.
Aaron opens up his door. Still a little groggy.
Perhaps it is time to get going.
Were you guys heading back out of town?
17 stores show.
By the time you get outside, Wolfric is there waiting.
Or somebody had mentioned setting a trap.
Toshiro look at 17 and be like, is it normal that the beds are so squishy?
I don't know. I am only recent. We are only recently familiar with beds. We have noticed that most of them here are squishy.
Interesting.
We believe it is customary here that they are squishy.
Aaron will step forward and ask, should I detect some magic?
Perhaps once we get to the Frozen Far expeditions. I'm not quite sure that it would be useful here at the Northern Light, but it perhaps couldn't hurt either.
And then Aaron will sit down and ritual class detect magic. And then I'll have it up.
10 minutes goes by with detect magic going off. You don't seem to detect any sort of magic.
And then once I have it up, I'll start heading out the door and toward Frozen Far Expeditions. Looking for anything along the way as we go as well.
Before we leave the Northern Lights, 17 wants to ask, is that where the goats were taken from? Is that...
No, that was
the hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, it's hook, line, and sinker.
Okay.
Where we met.
So, but it was the light from Northern Lights? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
A lantern hangs outside the door. You have been told it's a magical lantern that hangs above.
I want to ask where they acquired it.
The lantern has been a part of our tavern since we've owned it forever.
She will follow the rest of the group.
We've owned it for 18 years now. I can't quite remember where we got it from. As you get closer to the Frozen Far expedition, you still have no sign of magic going off.
All right, he'll march up into the building and then make a hard look around for any signs.
As you enter, you'll be greeted, and you'll walk around. Still no sign of magic.
When you walked up, Wolfric was sitting on the front step. Good morning. I hope your sleep was well.
He just bypasses him and continues in the building.
Are
Dead set on what he was doing.
Are the beds here supposed to be so squishy?
Mine was made of hay that was pretty squishy.
We prefer to sleep on the floor.
The mask will just kind of like turn and look in your direction, and then like turn and look back.
I looked at Hiro and said, "No magic."
I overheard 17 ask the owner of the Northern Light, and she mentioned that it was magical. How close do you have to be in order to detect the presence of this magic?
30 feet.
It is not as very useful. Perhaps... Has anyone been in this town longer?
I just arrived here yesterday myself.
Same.
We have been here for 3 weeks.
Do you know of any magics users that are for hire? I have heard of spells that will allow you to locate an object.
I don't know, DM. Do I know of anyone in town who's a magic user that would have a spell like that?
Roll a history check.
History check.
Keep you.
3. It's gonna be great. Aw.
What is a magic user? You think to yourself.
No,
"You're a magic user."
I'm gonna look at him. I am a magic user.
We are magic users.
What?
We are magic users.
We are magic users.
The head will kind of cock.
I'm getting used to this, guys. Sorry.
That's alright. The head will kind of cock sideways a little bit and then like straighten back up. Are you capable of locating objects with your magics?
We can locate objects without magics. And I'll start pointing at things. There is Locke. There is Jen. I don't know what you're talking about.
Just the head will kind of shake back and forth for a minute or two. Well, Wolfric, seems our options are to talk to the hook, line, and sinker about the goats, or perhaps have Yearn lead us back out towards the location where we were yesterday. What's the weather like today, DM? Does it look like
The weather, it's clear skies at the moment.
clear skies at the moment?
And how long did it take us to get to that spot?
Hold on. I remember the chapter. It took you just to travel out a mile in the snow and following the tracks. It took you about an hour just to travel that single mile due to the following the tracks.
Difficult terrain, dark.
Difficult terrain. dark. It's still dark out. Weather at the moment looks just about the same as you went to sleep last night.
But it'll still be
Not
faster
weather,
since
but-
we know exactly where we're going. And the
Yes.
weather's a little bit lighter, so.
Before we head out, I would like to talk to the hook, line, and sinker about their goats.
Very well. Well, what I can tell you in real life is the weather that they're talking about. I've seen it in Anchorage. I spent a couple of years in Anchorage, and the sun just peaks in the wintertime just above the mountain and then travels across the horizon and then goes down. It never really gets super light out.
You reappear at the hook, line, and sinker. The do that it's morning. It's closed up. It's the tavern. It's hasn't even hit noon yet, so they are not opened at the moment.
Maybe there's someone cooking in the back.
Good suggestion.
Roll a perception. As you look at the hook, line, and sinker, you look over and you can see like the chimney for the fireplace on the left side of the building that you would have recognized when you're in there. You see another chimney on the right side of the building, which you could presume was where the kitchen is. No smoke coming out of it.
Does not appear to be anyone awake at this hour. Perhaps we should return after going and investigating. Is there anyone hanging out near the tavern?
Nope.
Like a mysterious figure? Braylon?
Not yet. No. As you guys head out of town, we'll do a quick 10-minute break. And then
Cool.
I will introduce our next character and get us going.
Sweet.
Yeah, that was great timing because I gotta go.
Yeah.
I was rearranging pictures.
Oh.
Okay, now you're good.
As you make your way back out of town, with Urin's fantastic memorization the night before, you have no problem returning to the exact spot that you were at when you decided to turn back. As you are there, though, in the distance, you do see a humanoid figure walking in your guys' direction. From the west.
How far away is he?
Couple hundred feet at the moment.
Are there
I'll-
trees around us?
You are in snowy foothills. There are some trees, but they most of them have withered, and there's not very many for cover if that's what you're looking for.
So looking at the big map, we left Caer Koenig and we went north and west towards Kelvin's Cairn.
You went north so far,
Straight north. Okay.
straight north.
But we haven't passed Kelvin's Cairn. We haven't gone that far. We've only went like a mile. Right?
Yeah, you're about a mile outside town.
Okay.
17's gonna get really nervous, so she's gonna like wrap her cloak around herself and try to hide her arms as best she can, and put her hood up and like try to make herself unrecognizable.
Seeing the actions taken by 17, Toshiro will pull out his shield and draw his sword and kind of stand in front of her.
And
Wolfric pulls out a really giant axe.
Braylon, as you approach a group of individuals, you can see them start to take defensive stances.
Okay. I'm just gonna pause where I'm at and not really approach them, as I'm not looking for combat.
How far away?
At this point, they're about 100 feet away.
100 feet. What's your intentions?
How well would I be able to hear somebody at 100?
At 100 feet, perfectly fine.
Okay. I am heading to the nearby town to look for adventurers.
Why would you want to do that? Adventuring is dangerous. Could get yourself killed.
There's an orc problem, an ogre problem that I'm trying to take care of real quick, and I need adventurers to go take care of it for me.
Did you say ogre?
I did. There's one to the northwest, and I'm trying to find some adventurers to go take care of them.
At that, the sword.
Duran, were we looking for
shield.
an ogre? Were we looking for an ogre?
Yeah.
The figure in a mask with a black large hat will start walking towards you.
We might be able to help you. You might be able to help us.
Why, you guys looking for an ogre or something?
Yes, we're looking for an ogre.
This village has had items stolen. We managed to track the particular thief for quite some ways outside of town. We happened upon a set of ogre tracks with a sled being hauled behind it.
I would find a thief ogre to be very peculiar. Perhaps he has somebody with him that would be working with him?
This is our thoughts as well. Toshiro Yuta. And the figure in the mask just stiffly bows at the waist and then stands back up.
I am Braylon. You have a very odd group assembled with you.
It's odd times. Call for odd groups, odd people.
What?
I am Wolfric, Storm Reaver.
What makes them odd?
We're all so very different from each other. Usually, people stay to their own kind.
That's exactly why you're an odd group, because you're very much not the same kind. You're very much a mixed bag of individuals.
I would most certainly hope that none of you ever encounter more of my kind. And with that, I'll just start walking away.
Are you walking in which direction?
Towards the direction that I assume that we were heading in the first place. Even if I'm going wrong, I'm still going that way.
So you're just going to continue north. That's the direction you were heading.
Yeah.
I'm staying at the back of the group.
What does this Braylon look like? Braylon look like?
I am a human with blue eyes and dark brown hair, almost black. And I'm currently.
And what kind of dress are you wearing? What kind of outfit?
I'm just wearing furs over my body, and I have what can be seen as kind of leather armor underneath it, and a shield on my back, and an axe to my right side.
Where did you say this ogre was?
To the northwest is where I last encountered him.
Can you take us there?
Yes, I can definitely take you in that direction. Head out.
What say you? Should we go there? We're looking for an ogre.
I suspect that we'd not find very many ogres in this particular area of the world, so it would be logical.
Alright, I guess I'll lead the group to the northwest then.
All right. You saw the direction it was going, but its exact whereabouts, you don't. Are you gonna continue leading the group, or are you just gonna say northwest and let somebody else lead?
I'll lead the group, that's fine.
Okay, so roll a as you travel, roll a survival at advantage. Yeah, you successfully lead the group. It takes about an hour to continue on your way, but you do come across in the side of the foothills, carved into it, a building.
I'm going to look around to see if I see anything else other than a building. Is there any tracks? Are there any people?
It's inside of the foothills. You can see at this point that heading up the hill into the side of it, at your distance, you just see that there appears to be a stone structure embedded into the side of this hill. You at your distance, and you can start to see that there is a path that comes down it.
Well, Braylon, is this where you encountered this ogre?
Around this area, I saw him, yes.
Are there any tracks coming down from that area?
Yes, give me a sec. There are.
We don't have another map of this, right?
I'm pulling up a map.
Ah!
I'm putting your tokens on it.
Ah! I'm just jumping the gun, sorry. I want the map now, Peyton!
I want it now.
It puts the map on the screen and gets the hose again.
You want to leave? Get on the map now! Why are you hiding yourself so, 17?
When it comes to unfamiliar faces, we are cautious.
Interesting.
Then you'll hear it. Then you'll hear a voice in your head. We are hiding.
Interesting. You haven't even seen my face. And I'll just turn around and walk away. Oh no. Whoa, that's cool.
Ooh.
What in the heck?
So, as you get closer, you can actually see that along with the building that's embedded inside of Hillside, You can see that there's a frozen creek that's coming down along the path ahead of you. That it comes from a little porthole below the keep itself, and there also appears to be a bunker just north of you. That's a little separate building.
A bunker, huh? I would like to draw my sword and my shield and try to stealthily approach said bunker.
Okay. Roll a stealth check for anybody who is wanting to go that way.
Yeah. I am the wind. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
You have no problem stealthing up. Are you the only one going up?
Looks like
Wolfric was gonna pull out his axe and just walk towards it. No
Okay.
stealth.
No stealth?
as he's getting there, I want to try to peek in one of these holes and see if there's anybody in there. As he's like crunch, 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 crunch.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
I'm trying to find my... Oh, there I am.
17, were you about to say something?
Oh!
She's gonna move to about here, but she's not getting any closer right now.
You wanted me to roll a what?
Actually, right here.
You aren't rolling anything. You're just You just said you're walking.
Why did it not give you my roll? That's weird.
Get about... You can get a little bit further there, Wolfric.
That was even worse than my last roll.
Okay.
Probably didn't drop it in the chat.
Well, for some reason, whenever I dock the map, I can't, like, scroll around.
So, middle mouse button to move the map around.
That just zooms in and out.
Hold it
Click it.
down.
No, if you push it down.
There we go. Look at
Yeah.
that.
Alright.
Controls.
New system, guys. New system.
We got this.
It's empty. It's completely empty as I rolled a 6.
Are there any tracks along the ground?
There's a path that you can make out. But hold on 1 second.
I don't understand what these things are.
What things are?
So these like arrow slits?
Yes. Go back to them. Go back to the one you're looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you peek in.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
You lose an eyeball.
You are... where? Yeah, well, it doesn't have the heavy crossbow form. Alright. Gonna get a miss. With the 2. As you peek your head in, the guard that's in there, even though you were stealthful, your companion was not. So he goes to get up, and you peek your head in, and he goes to fire a crossbow bolt. Because he's kind of startled to see you right there, it goes right past your head.
Okay. Shlink! Stab!
And we will roll initiative.
Let's see. How do I do that?
On your character sheet,
Yep.
just where it says initiative, just grab that box and drag it into the...
Or just double click the box.
or do that.
Oh, okay. There we go.
All right, Braylon, you are up first.
Do you have enemies on this combat tracker?
Can you not see?
No.
No, you should be able to see him.
Yeah, I can.
What am I looking for?
So there's a combat tracker if you want to be able to see where everybody is in the top right corner. It says combat tracker. It's 2 swords, the little button.
Oh, gotcha.
And
Okay.
you can see where everybody's at in the initiative order.
How big is the slits?
They are not big enough for a medium-sized creature to get through.
Okay.
They're like typical arrow slit size.
Then what I'm gonna do. I'm going. What is the distance on? It's been a while since I played as an actual character and not. Alright, so I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. What's
You're fine. That was just from something else.
okay? And that's all I'm gonna do for now.
All right.
They need to fix their HP.
Oh,
Why did I have a death success? What happened there?
It was calculating you as in your character sheet. If you put anything in the HP under wounded, that's like how much damage you have taken.
Oh, gotcha.
So you put 14. So
To delete the 10 underneath WND.
Yeah. Basically, it works upward instead of downward towards 0.
I got it. Boop, there we go.
Okay.
I fixed it.
All right. So there's a small, narrow gap that I'm looking through, right?
Yes.
So I want to roll to the other side and see if I can see anybody else in the tower.
Okay. You roll to the other side.
Kind of like sweep the inside.
All you see is a gray-skinned dwarf, or dark-skinned dwarf.
Everyone on the outside will see me vanish. I'm going to use my Blessing of the Raven Queen as a bonus action and magically teleport in behind him. But I can't put my token inside the tower.
Oh, I can do that. Where do you want?
Just right behind him.
Okay.
Because of that, will my attack give me any sort of advantage? Because I'm not where I was just a minute ago, and he wouldn't expect me to just like appear behind him.
Let's see if he was smart enough to catch it. No, he's pretty oblivious. You can have advantage. He's kind of startled. He was slacking on the job.
How do I use advantage? Sorry.
Advantage is down in the bottom left-hand corner. You just click on the ADV, and then you roll your dice as normal.
Bottom left-hand corner of... Oh, I see it.
Yeah, it's right beside the
You just click it, and then you just grab your attack and roll it right over, and it'll tell you if you hit or not.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Yeah. Why don't you take some of this there, pal?
And if you roll it directly on top of the figure, it'll calculate all the damage onto it.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right. You teleport in. You are wielding a what type of
Katana.
weapon? Katana, and you slash it right across his back. The armor that he's wearing, it digs right in. It gives him like a nice cut across the back. Is that end your turn?
Yeah.
All right. He is going to just drop the heavy crossbow. It's an action or a bonus action. He is going to drop hit, and he will. Oops. Use. Did I do it right on there? No. Enlarge.
Oh no. He's bigger.
Now he's a dwarf about your height.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he grew in size. And I'll grow this token. He's taking up this whole corner. Now, because he is a large size creature. And so this isn't telling me whether it's an action or a bonus action.
It's an action.
Is it? For the
Yeah.
Durgar to enlarge?
Yeah.
So he enlarges right in front of your face. And then that'll end his turn. Urine, you are up.
Alright, he's going to move forward, pulling his shield off his back. 15, 20, 25. Then he's going to point his free hand toward the Duergar and cast Toll the Dead.
Okay. He succeeds on a saving throw.
Yep. And that's my turn.
Wolfric.
I am going to stow the axe, pull out a javelin.
And to be fair, from your angle, you have not been able to see anything other than Toshiro vanished out of sight. You can see through the arrow slits. You can see that he just vanished in there. You also saw that arrow fly out the arrow slit.
And I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's 30. Can I see him through this arrow slit? Here.
Yes.
And then how wide is that arrow slit?
Not wide enough. It's not wide enough to swing a weapon through.
No, but can I stab him with a javelin? Javelin's a long...
Yeah, you could get a javelin in there. He is going to have partial cover.
Okay. So I'm going to...
19, even with... Oops. Here we go. Oh, my bad. Armor class. What's partial cover, Will? Is it +3?
+2.
+2.
+2 for partial. For half cover, it's +5.
Right, well, so maybe partial. So even with the partial cover, you just barely hit him.
So I roll damage then?
Yeah, so you grab the dice, and if you drag it over the token, it'll automatically apply the damage.
Poke. It's a good chunk of damage right there.
I'm gonna get me a poke.
He is not looking good.
And that's the end of my turn.
17, you are up.
She's so scared right now. She is going to use a spell slot to cast. Do this. Nope, that's not it. I don't know how to cast it. Okay.
Wolfric, refresh your video.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah.
Welcome back.
I need to scream.
She's going to cast Mage Armor. I just can't figure out how to, do that.
Just drag it onto yourself.
Well, I figured it out once before, but it
Yeah,
didn't
make
work.
sure under display it has action selected so you actually have the things you can drag for spells.
Yeah, and I'm dragging it, but whoa, it's not doing anything. It's whatever. I have to adjust it anyway because when we tried it, it did not change my AC. So, yeah. But she's terrified and she's staying right where she is.
All right. Is Braylon's turn again.
All right. I'm gonna move up 10 more feet. Now, do you still have the javelin shoved into the hole?
There's multiple arrow sleds.
I think it'd be a stab in back.
All right. Can I cast Thorn Whip and try to have the vines try to reach through the hole and grab at him?
What's the distance on Thorn Whip?
30 feet.
Yes. Reaching through, he'll have partial cover.
All right. I'm not going to roll on him because of the fact that it will tell me
which is fine. I could.
just because it's not going to calculate the partial cover.
You can add it in.
Who can? Me?
You can hit the -2.
Oh, right. Okay. So,
Huh.
I need more screams.
I know.
Don't you have 3 of them?
I only have 2 right now. One of them broke. Alright. Let's see. Oops. Well, that failed anyway.
Yeah, you cast Thorn Whip, but as you try to catch it, it gets caught up inside the arrow slit and is unable to get all the way through at him.
Alright, and then I'll just pull back the thorns.
Kushira.
Well, seeing this dwarf go from smaller size to all of a sudden, the shield is gonna come off my back now, and I'm gonna try to slash at his big old Santa Claus belly. Probably not. Nope.
You're gonna slash at him, but he's gonna have his war pick up and deflect your blow. And then it's his turn.
But I will move this way so that my friend outside that's poking through the thing can potentially get towards his back.
You're gonna.
So I'm just going to step to the...
Okay.
Yeah, just step to that side, trying to keep his focus on me.
And then as his turn comes, he is going to vanish.
Before my very eyes? No way.
Before your very eyes.
Better turn around.
But he is not going to reappear.
Well, bloody bugger. Stupid dwarf. How many ways are how many ways are out of this particular tower? Because it looks like there's only a hatch.
The only way you see is a hatch.
Does it go down?
Yes. It's a hatch in the floor.
Okay.
And then it's going to be Urin's turn. Urin, the big dwarf that you could just barely see between Wolfric and the arrow slit just vanished. Like you can see its shoulder, and then all of a sudden it's gone.
Alright, Aaron's gonna move up to the side here. And then mainly looking for a way in. Then we will dash up. Just to get a look around.
From your perspective so far, you do not see a way in. Wolfric, you're up. Same thing. That enlarged Duergar that was in front of you is now gone.
Okay, seeing Urine go to the right, I am going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to move that far, move my 30 feet, and I'm going to look around. I'm looking for a way in as well on the other side.
So far, from your perspective, all you can see is arrows.
And that's all I got.
And then 17.
I have no idea what's happening.
The Durgar that you guys were fighting just vanished into thin air.
No, I mean, she has no clue. People are running all around, but she can't see anything that anyone's fighting. She's gonna be really scared, but do this. See if she sees anything. And she will ready a spell attack if anything gets close to her.
Alright. Just a cantrip?
Yes.
Braylon, it is your turn again.
Okay. Seeing the target kind of vanish out of the slot's view, I'm gonna pause and just kind of look very intently at the building, trying to see if I can see anything.
Okay, give me a sec here. Look up something.
All right, then after that, I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then I am going to go prone.
You're gonna go prone onto the ground.
Yep.
Okay.
Just in case if he tries to shoot any more arrows outwards, he'll not be able to hit me so easily. All right.
Tushiro.
My quarry has vanished. I will cautiously look around the inside of the tower, and I will say, in common, I do not wish to kill you. You attacked without provocation. I will defensively move, so I'm taking the dodge action, but I'm going to move slowly and step over onto the hatch, onto the floor. And I will firmly stand in place on top of the hatch. We'll face the open room and say, my friends have this place surrounded. It would be wise to surrender. We will let you live.
You don't hear any response.
Okay, and I'm just going to kind of like concentrate on listening and just stand there.
Okay. It is urine.
Are you just going to continue moving up, looking for a way in?
The trap door did not open after he vanished, right?
Nope, he just vanished.
Okay.
And I assume this is just solid wall beside me?
Yes.
I'm going to spend a spell slot to cast Detect Magic.
Ooh.
Okay.
See if anything illuminates. Judging that his disappearance is probably magic related.
On a rules question, I don't know the answer. Can detect magic detect somebody who's using magic to make themselves invisible? I've never.
I imagine I would see the type of magic it is and where it's at.
You would know that there is magic being used. You would know that it would be the illusion school of magic, and that you would know that it is in a general direction, but I don't think that you would specifically know where the target is in that direction. Like, you could know that there's illusion magic that way, but you wouldn't know like 20 feet that way, 15 feet that way. You would just know it's within your range of detection.
I guess the other question is, what is the amount of stone you can detect magic through?
Oh, it doesn't
1
have
foot of
that.
stone.
Yeah.
1 foot of stone. You actually don't detect anything. But knowing your use of magic, there is a thick stone wall next to you. So detecting anything through that wall would not be possible.
Alright, well, that's my turn.
And they're in 17.
Well, Wolfric.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
sorry,
move.
yes, I just.
I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, trying to look around to find a way in and not see anything.
Correct. You see a stone wall. You can see more arrow slits to the north of you along the wall. And so you can see some arrow slits. So right.
And I'm going to say, Yaren, what did you find?
Nothing.
So for that question, to be clear, it says you use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object.
According to according to Jeremy Crawford, you would sense the presence of magic, but not the location of the magic. So
because
you would
you
know.
You can't see the aura around something that's not visible.
Correct. Yeah, but Jeremy Crawford says that you would know that the invisibility school of magic exists within 30 feet of you. You just wouldn't know where in 30 feet it would be.
So if you get to an arrow slit, you might detect it.
In another 6 seconds, we'll find out.
17.
She is not sure what to do here. I mean, from here she'd see the arrow slits and she doesn't want to be there, so she's gonna go around this way till... I mean, there's arrow slits all along it, aren't there?
Yes.
Except for along the back wall, apparently.
25. So, actually, she'll go right here because she doesn't want to be right up against it. And she'll ready the same spell.
Okay. It's once again Braylon's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna... How far can you crawl?
Half your movement, if I remember correctly.
Alright, then I'll just crawl here.
You could use your action to dash and go another 15 feet.
Guess I could do that. I'll just go here then.
30 feet with a crawling army crawl.
Where's that Mission Impossible music now?
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. It is Tushiro's turn.
I will. Did I hear any movement during my last turn?
Roll a perception check.
Cool. I can do that. Let's see. Oh no, he's being quiet. It's all that crawling outside.
It's you heard. You're too busy listening to Wolfric yell over at Urine if he had seen anything.
All right. I will continue to take my defensive stance, standing upon the hatch, and I will again say, I understand that you are probably just doing your duty, guarding your tower, watching your post. Is it worth your life? We are here investigating some potential loss of goods from a nearby town. If you had nothing to do with it, then you need not fear. I will stow the katana. I will go ahead and sit down like crisscross applesauce style, just holding my shield and trying to stay alert as possible.
We're gonna look so stupid if you teleported out.
It's true, but I don't know that he has left yet, and as far as I know, the only way out I'm sitting on, so... Just rolling d4s now? What?
There we go. Of course, I don't have a crossbow. It's the same books. Okay. I was gonna say javelin, but this is actually a crossbow.
If he's invisible, it's all at advantage.
He's not invisible, but he is unseen, so it would be at advantage.
So nothing happens in here?
Nothing happens in there, but from the arrow slits to the north, the crossbow comes out as from there and fires at 17. And does
I knew it.
a
You did teleport.
17. So 17 hit 17.
Just.
No, it's probably more guards. They probably just noticed those.
Yeah, all are yelling.
Yeah. It's not like we're being really quiet or anything.
Crossbow's a D12, right?
No.
No. That's a D8. No, it's a D10. I don't know why it's.
If it's a heavy crossbow, yeah, it's a D10.
Yeah. 6. 6 points of damage to you.
Not looking good, guys. Not looking good at all.
Put a 6 there.
Put
Yeah.
a 6 there. There we
Yeah.
go.
Damage.
Got it.
Fortunately, the book is like they have crossbows, and in here they didn't actually program the crossbow. And then
It's the most unloved die in the whole game, the D12. Oh, and Witch Bolt.
Told the dead uses it too.
Only if they're hurt.
Yeah.
But it does.
still counts. And then next actor, Urine. You watch a crossbow come flying out, and you just barely see 17, and it pegs her. It grazes her shoulder.
Oh no, that straight up went right in. That hurt.
Yeah, that's a
bad.
big heavy graze for 60% of your health. Alright, I'm gonna move up here. And then here. And I can see through an arrow slit now. Do I detect any magic?
You do to detect faint what school is
Illusion.
illusionary magic
Sorry.
from within the you're fine within the bunker.
I just yell out, "He's still in there!" And then I will turn and place my hands upon 17 to cure wounds.
Oh yay!
How tall is this bunker?
It is 15.
Xander's chair. Yeah.
It stands 15 feet tall.
Awesome. Then you can have a treat. Thank you. Nice.
And so it came out of the bolt came out of the arrow slit over by where these two people are, Urine and Braylon.
No, the bolt came from the north.
Came from the north.
If you
Oh,
look
I
to the
see.
north,
Okay, yep.
some more arrow slits. And it came from within there.
I see.
Oh, you're
I am going to move towards there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. How wide is that arrow slit? Is that big enough to get? It almost looks like a window size.
No, there's bars. So that is.
Oh, okay, those are bars. All right.
Yeah, so it's a 5 foot tall rectangular opening. So they're about 5 feet wide each, but they have iron bars spaced 6 inches apart.
Okay. And that's the end of my turn. I'm gonna move up.
All right, 17. You're feeling much better. Back to great, actually. You there, Rachel?
Yes. Sorry. I was reading something. That was horrifying. She's gonna bundle herself up real tight again and just run right over here and like hunker in. And she's gonna ready that same spell if anything gets too close to her.
Okay.
She's terrified. And freezing.
Braylon.
Alright. You said that there's magic inside this room, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he did say that.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to stand up and run 5, 10. Right here. Yeah, I'll have to use my sprint action because I lost half of that standing up, and then so I'll end my turn.
All right. Dushiro, you've been told that there is magic of the illusionary school inside the room.
I am patiently waiting for my opponent to make some sort of move. Has I heard anything during the last turn? Did he make any sort of movement during the last turn?
Roll a perception check.
Perception check.
Ooh.
You don't hear any movement. What you do hear heavy breathing directly next to you to the west.
To the west.
Yes.
Then I will, in one fluid motion, stand, draw the sword, and whoosh! I know it's going to be a
disadvantage attack.
Yeah, I know it's going to be at disadvantage, but I will take that chance at this moment in time. If he's right next to me, then... Oh, yeah, that's a big old nope.
You go, like, trying to, like, be really cool with the pulling it out and sweeping it. Like, you kind of fumble it in your hand and, like, kind of drop it low, and it kind of is a really low swing as it, like, the tip kind of scrapes across the ground.
I'm drawing a line in the floor for him not to cross. That's But I do believe that Braylon would see me turn and face to the west and just like try to take a swipe at the midair right there in front of me.
Yes, I would. Because I'm looking in there. I was planning on doing something similar, so.
Alright. Again, I'm just going to use the javelin. Crossbow bolt's going to come out at Wolfric from Earthlid. From the window, a crossbow bolt, but it zings way off. You're in
trouble now.
I'm just gonna step up here so I can see more clearly in there, and knowing there's magic in there, can I see if I notice anything? Because I didn't see him swipe, so I don't know that he had moved.
Yeah.
So I'm just seeing if I can see anything.
Unfortunately, there's nothing to roll to see what you could see. You could try to listen, but like you wouldn't be able to see anything.
Yeah, I'll do that. No, I won't.
Oh, hold on.
Just heard my sword scrape the floor. Shank!
Be fair here. Technically could roll lower. No. Yeah, you walk up to the window because you didn't see anything. You kind of like turn your head to listen. But it's quiet. You could hear a pin drop.
Was that my action, or do I still have my action?
No, you still have your action.
Yeah, there's nothing really I can do here. Because I can no longer see from the point of view that he would have been at previously, so I just end my turn.
Alright. Wolfric, a crossbow bolt, more specifically, flew way over your head. You're quiet. Oh, still can't hear you.
He's muted.
I have to unmute.
No, I was muted because I was eating.
Wow, there you
I was
go.
wrestling a bag of chips.
Sounds like a Rachel move.
So I'm gonna. I need something. So I'm gonna move, and then I'm gonna thrust my spear through this ulfid.
You're gonna throw your spear. No,
Thrust.
spear has 10-foot range. Correct.
What's that?
Spear has a 10-foot range. Correct. No. Nope.
I'm thrusting through the wall.
You have to throw it. It's out. The thrust is outside your range.
Even for a 8-foot tall person.
Unless Goliath has the 10-foot reach racial ability like bugbears, then no.
No. All right, I'm gonna throw the javelin.
Oh.
That's this one here. That's the bottom one, right?
Yeah. It should tell like. Hold on.
Yeah.
It should say throw.
Yeah.
That don't matter.
Yeah, that javelin is.
Clank, clank, clank.
Highs or lows?
Now I have 3.
Hey, highs or lows?
High.
The odds are in your favor. You go to throw your spear, but you threw bad enough. It didn't even make it through the bars. You threw it and it like hit the bar.
Clang, clang, clang.
Clang and drops to the ground.
Oh, good. I don't lose out. At least I don't lose it.
Hold on. Highs or lows one more time.
Oh no.
Struck a metal.
Lows.
Lows. Oh, unfortunately, you do see it like the shaft crack from the force. You might be
Broken
able to repair
javelin.
it. What?
Broken javelin.
Broken javelin.
Okay. That's all I got.
We are 17.
Well, I was gonna say technically it still has a pointy end on it, so at best it's a dagger now.
Long handle dagger.
I'm really not in my element to fight anything here. And I'm not even sure what's happening. I know that we're being attacked, but I don't have the ability to fight effectively here, so I'm just gonna keep this spell ready.
Braylon.
Okay. Okay, so I see him inside, swooshing his sword. So
You saw the area and where he swished his sword.
So I'm gonna move 5, 10. Oh, darn it, punk. Okay, well, here goes Hail Mary. I'm going to take a small little totem item and stick it against like the opening slit, and then I'm gonna cast a shockwave inside, doing a 15 cube in front of me, trying to hit everything that I can in front of me to see if I can hit him.
Okay. So you will encompass.
Huh?
This is you're doing Thunder Wave, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is your
Yeah.
15-foot cube in front of you.
Yep.
As you cast it, a loud boom echoes in there. But nothing seems to happen.
Yeah, that's because he's one slot out. That's why I'm like, darn it. Bud.
I'm
Alright.
super attentive now because I recognize that spell.
Tushiro, you
Just this loud explosion just happened inside this building, and so I'm gonna like look around, take a 5-foot step forward, reach down, grab the hatch, and just be all like, "Fine!" Boop! Down the hatch I go, Thunk! Closing it behind me as I drop down. I'm just gonna leave them. I'm gonna jump into the hatch. I don't know what the hell that was, but I'm going in the hole.
in the hole you go.
I do have a question though. When I pull the thing shut, is there like a bolt or anything?
You don't seem to see any bolt or anything like that.
Can I use my action to like jam an arrow into the hinges to see if maybe I can just like keep it shut?
Roll a. Let me think here real quick. Skills. Roll a. To jam it shut. I'm gonna do survival.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Oh, I rolled at disadvantage.
Roll.
I don't know why I had disadvantage clicked. That's weird. That's a 9.
Yep.
I did a really great job.
You are confident, like you jammed it in there, and you're confident
That'll
that
work.
an arrow jammed into the side of this hole somehow is gonna secure the latch.
Yeah, that'll work. I don't know where I am, so like I'm just gonna
You drop down. Let me explain to you where you are.
sword and shield.
You are in a 5-foot high tunnel. You have dark vision, correct?
Yep.
The tunnel is you dropped down about 20 feet.
Holy smokes.
There's a ladder, so you
Okay.
you would have like closed it and went going all the way down, and you can see a tunnel 5 foot wide, roughly 30 feet long.
Can I tell in which particular direction from the tower it goes?
It goes north,
Just straight north.
straight north.
Well, I'm going to. I mean, that's really my action and my movement, so I'm just going to keep my eye on that thing and kind of like hold my katana up like this, just in case he decides to come through the tunnel at me. But that's it.
All right.
Screw you, pal. I'm out of here.
Let me get a crossbow bolt at a Wolfric. Does a 15? I did drop it a hits. And you're gonna take a D10.
Ouch.
8 damage. Wolfric. I'll add that to you. And then it is Urine's turn.
So still not having any idea what's going on in here, and him just
You know,
jumping
you
down
can
into the hole.
Still sense the faint aura of illusionary magic.
Yeah, but still no idea where exactly. So
Correct.
Well, I can tell you it's not directly in front of me.
You did see that 15-foot cube directly in front of Braylon. That nothing happened when he cast a thunderous wave across it.
I'm gonna ask Braylon, do you know where he's at?
If I knew where he was at, I would not have done that. Goodbye, spell slot.
Yeah. So Aaron's just gonna move up here because he doesn't see anything he can do there. And now being able to see who threw it up there, he's gonna toll the dead on him.
All right. Succeed. Now, only if that was an attack roll, and you could have gotten a critical hit instead of a saving throw.
That's the only time that Punk rolls well.
That wasn't even me rolling.
I know.
Are you going to use a bonus action?
Nah.
All right. Wolfric?
Can you guys hear me? I had to switch headphones.
Yeah.
All right. So if I move out of the way here, not gonna he's not gonna get an attack of opportunity on me because we're not in close combat, right? All right. I'm gonna yell, "We're getting murdered out here! Make for the doorway!" And I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet.
You guys can't hear my dog, can you?
No.
No.
Okay.
All right, 17.
Well, I heard him yell that we should run, and that sounds like an awesome idea because I hate it out here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 45, 45, 50, 55, 60. She's gonna just start running like hell for the door.
All right. Braylon.
Alright, I will do...
Actually, hold on. Before you do your turn, we're at the top of the turn order. We're getting to 8:30 here at this moment, so I'll find it a good time to pause for the evening. Because the combat's not going to end anytime soon. So at the top of the turn order, so it'll be a good time to end for the evening and pick up in 2 weeks.
So the
Oh,
29th.
that's perfect, actually.
And what?
The 29th.
Which I believe Wolfric will be absent that week. Because somebody thinks Disney World is more important than D&D.
You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted, Dad.
I'll be here on the 29th.
Oh.
I'm not leaving until the 7th.
Oh, I thought you guys were leaving. Okay, perfect.
No, your mom's leaving early, but I'm not leaving until the 7th.
Oh, okay. So yes, the 29th.
Or the 8th, actually.
Tentatively, unless like we need to change a day, or a day later, or whatever.
Cool.
I don't think he was expecting me to get into there, and now that's tripped him up. Doesn't know what to do.
I don't think you were expecting to get trapped in there.
Oh, I'm not trapped in there. I found a way out.
That's true.
I mean, I've split the party, which is never a good thing, but I'm fine.
I mean, it'll be alright, maybe.
It'll be a test of your skills.
Maybe. We will see.
Nice.
Good
So,
game, though.
Yes.
Okay.
If any time within the next 2 weeks, if you need to make adjustments to your character sheet or have questions on how to do it, or if you want me to try to figure it out, let me know to like fix things like your mage armor, and I have to fix rage. I know that. let me know, and I can open it up and try to figure those out.
It's fine.